Welcome to Sino plant. This is our ZL935 front end loader. Today we're going to be taking a look at operating the machine as well as how to maintain it. For now, let's do a walk around. First up, you need to know where your batteries are in case you have flat batteries. This machine is 24 volts, so inside this compartment here, you will find your two batteries connected already. You have your left-hand side door for your engine bay, which we'll get to in a moment. This side of the machine, this is your tank for your hydraulic oil. This is only the hydraulic oil for your lifting cylinders and for the steering. On the front, you have all of your cylinders. You have your bucket, we have replaceable teeth available at our space department. On the front we have nice LED headlights as well as spotlights on the top of the cab. If you take a look over here, this is where you can find your brake cylinders with your brake fluid containers. So you have two, one for the front axle and one for the rear axle. Always make sure you have enough brake fluid. The tank on this side is for your diesel, your fuel. With the gauge, you can see how much diesel you have left in your tank. This side is your right-hand side access to your engine compartment, as well as a empty storage box for tools or miscellaneous items that you might have to carry with you on the machine. In the back you can see your radiator, which to access you'll need to climb up on top of the rear bumper, water or coolant levels inside the radiator. Some might notice, if you don't fill the rear bumper with any material, that if you are lifting heavy, the back end might start lifting. When purchasing these machines, they are shipped empty, there's nothing inside here. This is to make transport a bit easier and cheaper. We recommend, once you are on site, remove this cover over here with these two bolts, and the same on the other side of the machine there, and fill these with sand or some sort of material to add a bit of ballast to the machine. Okay, now we've done the walk around, we're going to take a look at our engine compartment and where your service items are. Okay. First off, to start off with your basic maintenance, we're going to be taking a look at the engine and which filters and items need to be checked often. Although this is only a basic maintenance video, for more advanced maintenance, please have a look at your manual or contact our service department. Okay, into the engine bay we go. On the top here you can see your air filter housing. Air filters, depending on how dusty your environment is, depending on the site's maintenance schedules as well, we recommend at least checking your air filter once a week. If it is very dusty, it's not a bad idea to just have a look at it daily. You will also find on this side of the engine your fuel filters. You find here, you have a fuel filter and a water separator. You have your starter, as well as a oil filter, which can be found down here. Yeah, on this side of the engine compartment, you will find your exhaust system. So if you are checking the oils or fluids halfway through the day while working, be sure not to burn yourself on the exhaust. You'll find your alternator for charging your battery, as well as your fan belts. Check these regularly, make sure they're in good condition and not frayed, and also that they're not too tight or too loose and have the correct tension on them. Over here you'll find your fuel pump. This is what injects your diesel fuel into your engine. You will find your dipstick on this red handle over here. You can check your engine oil simply by pulling it out, and then make sure your oil is in between the two lines, the high and the low mark. Preferably closer to high than the low. If it does start getting low, you want to top off your oil. You'll also find your cables for your accelerator and your engine cutoff. Make sure these are in good condition and they're not fraying or broken. And and then you also have another pre-fuel filter water separator on the other underside of the pump. Next, we're going to take a look at the gearbox and motors and hydraulic pumps underneath the cab. Okay, underneath your cab of your machine, you'll find a whole load of hydraulic pipes and pumps and motors. Always make sure that there are no leaks present on these pumps or on the pipes. You have your hydraulic pump for your steering. This connects straight to your steering wheel. On that side you have your pipes for your brake pedal, and this is where your accelerator cable is found under the cab. Your gearbox can be found with this blue pump mounted on it. You have a half prop shaft that goes to your transfer case. Always make sure that your prop shafts are greased. You will find grease fittings on the pump itself. This red cap over here, this is where you fill your gearbox oil. These gearboxes use hydraulic fluid, as it is a hydraulic box. You'll also see all around your machine various grease fittings. These all need to be greased regularly. If you hear squeaking, it might just be a bit too late, but check up on your grease and make sure everything is greased properly. This gauge here, this is your oil for your gearbox. It does not help checking it while the machine is not running, as the oil needs to be circulating. As long as you can see it on the glass there, then you know you have enough oil in your gearbox. You will find your brake fluid reservoirs under the front of the machine. Always make sure you have enough brake fluid, and if you are servicing, make sure to bleed the system properly after you've replaced your brake fluid when you're using it. On your ZL935, you have a 1.2 cube bucket with replaceable wear teeth. These teeth are available from our spares department. These ZL935s have got a lifting capacity of 3.5 tons. That's at its maximum, with ballast in the back of the machine. You have all of your lifting cylinders, as well as plenty of grease fittings, as you can find all around the machine, that need to be checked quite regularly. Next up, we're going to be going inside the cab and having a look at how to operate the machine. Yeah, inside the cab of your ZL935 front end loader, you'll find your controls. It's very basic, very easy to operate. You have your dashboard with all of your gauges, oil pressure, water temperature. You have your brake pressure, battery voltage, hour meter, charging indicator. On the dash here, you have your controls for your accessories, turn signals, lights, spotlights, rear lights, your interior cab fan, which is mounted over there, and then as well as your wiper for your wiper blade on the windshield. You have your joystick for your bucket controls, very simple to use. Towards you, lifting the bucket, forward lowering the bucket, curling the bucket in, and dumping the bucket that way. You have an accelerator pedal, you have your brake pedal, forward and reverse switch, and your high and low range, as this is a 4x4 machine. For traveling longer distances, you will leave it in high range. If you are driving the bucket into quite a deep pile of sand and you're losing traction, you stop the machine and then you place it into low range. On this side, you have your mechanical handbrake, as well as your air conditioning units to keep you nice and cool. And safety first, always wear your seatbelt. Start the machine, it's quite simple. Always do a neutral check. Make sure it's in neutral. Handbrake is on, foot's on the brake, ignition key on, and turn the key. Always have your machine warm up for a few minutes before you start your day's work. And while you're doing that, you can switch on your radio with Bluetooth functionality to listen to some music while your machine is warming up. Now let's go for a drive. Okay, driving your machine, foot on the brake, lift your bucket off the ground, roll the bucket inwards, lower your handbrake, high range, forward, leave the brake, and there you go. This has been Sino ZL935 front-end loader. Please come visit us at our branch where you can view this machine as well as our ZL851 and our smaller ones in our range, the ZL8, ZL12, ZL920 as well as the ZL928.